Every now and then, a person goes missing. These people either stay missing forever, declare dead, or eventually show up alive. In this video, we will take a look at people found by accident. January 21st, 1987. Gabriel Nagy called his wife from work and told her he will be home shortly to have a lunch. Unfortunately, this was the last time his wife would hear from him. After he didn't show up, Gabriel's wife alerted the police, and the following day Gabriel's burnt-out car was found on the side of the road. 2 weeks later, money was withdrawn from his bank account in order to purchase camping equipment. After this final transaction, Gabriel vanished into thin air. It wasn't until 2010, a full 23 years later, when Gabriel Nagy's name appeared on a newly applied Medicare card, and a police detective who had never given up on the search for him picked up. This occurred 2 weeks before he would have been declared dead. When found, Nagy revealed that his last memory was of bleeding profusely from the head, and that he had no idea who he was. Over the 2 decades that he was missing, he had given himself a new name, worked odd jobs, and turned to alcohol before being taken into work as a church caretaker. Nagy applied for the Medicare card to treat a cataract at around the same time that flashes of his real name began to return to him. Ultimately, Nagy revealed that he was relieved to hear that he wasn't responsible for any crimes, as he always felt he was running away from something, and was happy to be reunited with his family after more than 2 decades. Through family photographs and videos, Nagy was able to regain huge parts of his memory. Father Charles Bothuell IV and his stepmother, Monique Dillard Bothuell, reported their 12-year-old son, Charlie Bothuell, as missing on June 14, 2014. Charlie was last seen at a family home in Detroit and was feared to be dead after not being found for over a week. The disappearance resulted in a massive police search and gained national media attention. 11 days after the initial disappearance, Charlie's father appeared on the Nancy Grace News show to spread the word about his missing son. However, during the interview, the information about Charlie's case came to light, which apparently shocked his dad.
Charlie, we're getting reports that your son has been found in your basement. Sir? Mr. Bothuell, are
what?
you... Yeah, we are getting reports that your son has been found alive in your basement.
What?
Yes, that's what, if you could hand me that wire very quickly. Yeah, we're getting that right now from yeah, how could your son be alive in your basement?
Oh, shit. I have no idea.
Now, this is just a report that we are hearing out of Detroit that we're trying to confirm.
God,
everybody
please.
in New York, please get on it. Let me know when we get Charlie Langton from WWJ. Sir, did you check your basement?
I checked my basement. The FBI checked my basement. The Detroit police checked my basement. My wife checked my basement. I've been down there several times. We've all been checking. How?
Okay, this is what we are hearing, that the missing 12-year-old boy has been found alive and well in his father's basement. Now, this is what I don't understand why you guys would have reported he's missing, and all our viewers have been on the lookout for him.
We've been on the lookout for him. We searched that entire house repeatedly. The FBI searched, the Detroit police searched. We've all searched.
When police got a search warrant of the house, the 12-year-old Charlie was found in the basement behind a pile of boxes. Police claim he was very thin when he was found and had marks on his upper body. Charlie explained to police that he was put in the basement as a punishment by his stepmother and was too scared to try to escape. Allegedly, both parents physically abused Charlie and engaged him in extreme exercises. In April of 2015, both Charles and Monique were charged with torture and second-degree child abuse, but torture charges got dropped shortly after. Charles took a plea and was sentenced to 18 months in probation and had to participate in anger management classes. He has also lost custody of his son and is not allowed to have any contact with him. It has not been made public what sentence Monique received. Adopted at just 4 years old after being placed in an orphanage at the age of 6 months, Steve Carter felt no need to search for his biological parents. But when he found a picture on a missing children's website, he was shocked by what he had found. An estimated image of a missing child looked a lot like him. This person, named Mark Spanema Moriarty Barnes, had been missing for 34 years, but now he was found, and he had found himself. After digging even deeper, Steve discovered that he was, in fact, Mark's himself, and had been kidnapped by his own biological mother at only 6 months old. She claimed to be heading to the store, but never returned. Being a mentally ill woman, this was the second time she had disappeared with her son. The first time, she returned shortly after, but the second time, Steve's biological father filed a missing persons report to the police. He also searched the island of Hawaii where the three of them lived, but without success. Steve's mother had taken their child to a stranger's home. When authorities finally intervened, Steve was placed in the care home only 50 kilometers away from where he had lived with his parents. His mother was institutionalized in a psychiatric hospital. She disappeared a few days later and has not been seen since. Although Steve was happy with his adopted parents, he claims that some details always aroused suspicion, including the fact that his birth certificate was created when he was 1 year old. After a DNA test confirmed his identity, Steve called his older half-sister, and she admitted that she assumed her brother to be dead. Despite these thoughts, she kept encouraging the police to continue the search, which ultimately led them to posting images online. Had it not been for his older sister, Steve Carter would still be ignorant of his true identity. When 74-year-old Robert McDonough went missing from his main home in May of 2013, searches began immediately. Robert was suffering from dementia, and he could not be located in searches of the nearby woods, which included sniffer dogs and an infrared helicopter. 14 hours later, a news team were ready to report his disappearance, in the hope that people watching might be able to help. Just before filming began, a man with his hands in his pockets casually approached the reporting crew. Shockingly, this man was Robert himself. He began to talk with reporters, eventually confirming his identity.
Anybody give a phone call?
I'm calling the warden service there at the
I'm still on the phone.
This is Bob. This is you identify him as Bob McDonough?
I think so. It's Bob McDonough. Yeah.
He looks a lot like a
Watch
guy.
yourself.
Yeah.
Watch yourself here, sir.
Yeah. That's Bob McDonough. Yeah.
I guess I can hang up now?
That's an exclusive story. Is that? How are you?
All right.
Good. How you feeling?
I'm Jerry, man. Been looking for you for a while. You hurt or anything? No. You cold?
Hey.
No. You look wet. Yeah, they're a little wet. Yeah. I tell you what, we're gonna have a rescue come over and just talk to you, take your temperatures and check your blood pressure and stuff. Make sure you.
Well, sometimes timing is everything, Aaron and Shannon, and good news and a happy ending right now. The gentleman behind us you're looking at, that is Robert McDonough.
In the video, he tells officers that he is not hurt and that instead he feels safe and well. It is believed that Robert wandered into the woods and got lost before finally returning the next day. Robert has no memory of why he left his home or where he slept. Ultimately, a member of his family said that the family is considering giving him a GPS tracker to avoid future cases. The authorities claimed that they would have found Robert eventually, but he spared them some precious time. And we came to an end. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button and of course subscribe, because I wouldn't want you to miss any further content. Stay scared, my friend. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.